Hello, Internet, and welcome to the 199th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, recorded on September 26th, 2022. On the podcast today, we have a man who acknowledges that there are no ethical teams in football, but will be able to tell us if the Steelers or the Browns are less ethical. Ryan Holtz.
Am I missing something? First of all, yes, I agree. There's no such thing as ethical fandom in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? The sub rule under there's no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah.
But why is it not the Browns? Or more ethical? So why is it not the Steelers? What are the Steelers bad for?
The Steelers employed a likely rapist for about a decade, and the Browns just brought one on.
Oh no. The Browns are much worse to root for by a mile.
The Steelers had already invested in Roethlisberger, and part of them saving their own face was keeping him employed and standing by his innocence and all that shit, or at the very least ignoring it. But they just had to. It would be very difficult for the Steelers.
The course.
To get rid of the quarterback that they already had. The Browns had a quarterback, one that they had already invested a lot in, and then saw a sexual predator and went, that's the guy I want. Yeah. That's our guy.
We will do every single concession physically possible to get him onto our team specifically.
We will give up one of, if not the biggest trade packages in football history, and then also give him a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah. No, it's the trolley problem of do you pull the switch? No, because staying the course is objectively, even if it's small, is objectively better than actively changing course to make a bad thing happen. And also Ben Roethlisberger, for as bad as his almost certain crimes are, only has I think 2 accusers at the end of the day, and Deshaun Watson has 24. The accusations definitely don't compare. And once again, it's a product of the time, 100%. 2006, sexual assault accusations just do not hold the same weight as they do nowadays. It's not a good thing. You don't want to be a Steelers fan, but the Packers are now employing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Should I stop being a Packers fan because they're this anti-vax moron is being paid by the team? You got to draw the line somewhere, and I don't think the line's there.
I don't even think the trolley problem is exactly an apt comparison, because while I do agree that the Steelers did the kind of unethical thing of not pulling the track change, it almost feels like the Browns were I think if I hit this fast enough, I can get this to drift on both tracks.
Yeah,
and kill both people.
Yeah.
No, the Browns had the option of having a track that had no innocent people tied to it, and then a track that had 24 innocent people tied to it, and they were fucking, let's get it onto that 24. Woo! Fuck a 0. Fuck a no death option. We're literally set up to be America's lovable underdogs for the next decade, and we're gonna fuck decided
all that up. Yeah,
decided to be hated by everyone.
It feels bad not to be rooting for a Cleveland team as the underdog, as the little guy, because I want to do that for the city of Cleveland, but no, can't do it. Can't support the Browns.
They're the shitty. He still gets bullied, so you feel a little bad for him, but still, is deserved, deserves all of his bullying, is a little piece of shit. He's a little, the Browns are a little incel. But think of it you got 2 Republican voters.
Oh, boy.
And one of them is, voting for Trump because they're hey, look, I've always been a Republican voter. This is, the party that I've always stood by. You're saying all these bad things about him. I don't know what's true. I'm just gonna ignore that. Versus, I'm voting for Trump because I like that he puts people in prison that don't deserve it, and I love seeing cops beat the shit out of minorities. And I hate people from other countries, and I love rapists. Also, I would really enjoy if Russia had all of our state secrets. Those are good things, and I like it. And also, I'm gonna put a creepy elf in the middle of my football field.
The main crime. This is Andrew's version of Lucas's NFT beef. Like, the Browns, known team for putting creepy logos in the middle of their field and also supporting sexual predators. Like,
no, that's the story. The story is that they hired Deshaun Watson, but the thing that has always bothered me about them is the elf in the middle of the field.
Creepy elf.
The Cleveland Browns, known elf enthusiasts, have hired sexual predator Deshaun Watson.
If you guys, if people want a lovable underdog team that, like, you know, maybe is on the come up as like a roving band of misfits, look no further than the Detroit Lions. Like, you don't have to,
absolutely.
You don't have to go to Cleveland. You don't have to feel bad for them. Like, the Lions are literally just not as problematic Browns. Like, that's their thing. They've been arguably the worst franchise in NFL history, and now
they've always
they
been
have
bad.
a bright future.
Yeah, and now they're kind of fun to watch. And like, this is coming from a group of Packer fans. I enjoy watching the Detroit Lions.
No Packer fans hate the fucking Lions.
No,
They've
I'm
got
not talking about
problems.
like hating them with like, you used to be my enemy. Like, yeah, no, we didn't really care about them at all. But like, we're definitely not going to root for the other teams in our division. I'm going to root for the Lions a little bit.
I don't know. I've always rooted for. I don't give a shit. I'll root for the Lions against pretty much anyone. Like, I always have. Always feel bad, you know?
I mean, my Cleveland fandom did stem from the fact that that city seemed maybe one bad month away from being the next Gary, Indiana for a while. And Detroit is very much the same. So, okay, I can get on this bandwagon.
Yeah,
I can support the
you're
Lions.
looking for a Rust Belt team with a proud city and tradition of the sport that stems back to like a bunch of Hall of Famers back in like the 40s and 50s that is just had been utter dog shit for decades now. Like,
people complain about Detroit having the Thanksgiving game. They deserve it. They've been putting the work in for a while.
They need something. I just kind of need something, man. They go to Goodell every year, just like,
please.
Goodell's like, all right, Detroit, this is the year. We agreed last year, like that. We gotta move it. It's not fair. They're like, Roger, look me in the eyes.
Raj, please.
I gotta go home to my wife. I gotta go home to my kids. Like, you gotta give me something. I gotta have this one thing, man. Next year, I'll put it together. We're gonna be above 500 next year, Raj. Like, just this one last year, you gotta give it to us. Like,
Raj, I can't go home for Thanksgiving and explain this scheme that does not work to my father-in-law. That's going to be the entire night, and I cannot do that.
Raj, they're going to be playing Dan Orlovsky walking into the back of the end zone and taking a safety highlights. I can't do it, Raj. Although Jimmy Garoppolo last night
he did it.
The second player to just run out the back of the end zone accidentally. That was a goated tweet, like, of all time. Dan Orlovsky just like, I'm free. All y'all motherfuckers, trust me for a decade. I'm out, baby.
God, 2 safeties in a weekend. Fucking blue moon.
I don't know if I saw the other one.
It was the butt punt. You didn't see the butt punt from the Colts?
I did see the butt punt. They punted out of the back of the end zone. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. That dude's clap of his ass cheeks was just distracting, and the punter had target fixation. He couldn't
I'm
avoid.
tummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks is keeping my punter from getting us good field position.
So there is a really good picture of it, but if you watch the footage of it happening live, you can see the second it collides with his ass, and then just the reverberation through his very meaty thighs, like half a second later.
Yeah, no, he went
pretty great.
That's the thing about punting is, like, these are men with, like, some of the strongest legs on the planet, kicking the ball literally as hard as you can. Like, I went through high school with, like, a really good punter who was kind of recruited to play like some football in college and everything like that. it just doesn't compare to when you're like at an NFL game and watching the hang time of the ball. Like, I think viewers don't quite understand.
Right.
Because, like, for us, the ball goes up and then it cuts to the return guy and eventually it comes down. But when you're there in person and you see how they're just sending the ball to the moon. Like, it's impossible the level of velocity they get on this ball. So, yeah, when it impacts with something that's like a foot away, it's like a fucking shotgun blast when the BBs don't have time to spread out. Like, it's just fucking, the forces involved are just unbelievable.
Yeah,
like,
that special teams player was saving himself for marriage, and now it's all fucked.
yeah, no, it's ruined. He needs like that repair surgery that sometimes people who give birth need to undergo. Like, it's fucking awful, man. And same thing with like when people do block a punt and end up taking like the punter's leg to the arm and shit. And punters routinely, like break shit because they're kicking a solid object as hard as they possibly can. Like it ain't good. It's great.
Also on the podcast today is a man who is going to tell us if he is cyber enough, punk enough, edgy enough, or enough of a runner to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Andrew Clark.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Yet. And God help me, I think I am going to.
Yeah.
Yet.
Andrew knows that reference.
Insidest of inside jokes.
Yes.
Agoraphobic
episode
joke.
1.
Yeah.
Most of I don't even think. Well, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I don't even think that made the final cut, right?
No,
like,
of course it
didn't. That's cutting room floor
material
from episode 1 of Adventures of Proof.
40
holy
fucking
shit.
takes. It was
that is a reference for like 3 people.
That was Lucas's Kubrick moment.
Yeah.
Do another take and get it right 127 times.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It's getting like really good reviews. I'm seeing a lot of good things about it. It looks fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
It looks like maybe one of the most anime I've ever seen advertisements for. So who knows how this is gonna go? Lucas, I'll watch it if you watch it.
I don't know if I can watch another Studio Trigger anime.
Ooh, you're not going to watch the most talked about anime of this quarter?
Andrew, the most talked about anime of this quarter is Chainsaw Man, and that's coming out next quarter. To be fair. But, I don't know. Their work is very maximal, but it's been a little downhill since just everything aligned with their first work, Kill la Kill, and I feel like they learned all the wrong lessons from that, and I've been burned by them before, so I don't know. If you get it, Andrew, if you watch it, I'll watch it.
But it's an established IP that you're a big fan of, Lucas.
Lucas, you fucking love Cyberpunk, dude. You are... Oh, my God.
Let alone the specific Cyberpunk 2077 game. We know you're a fan of the Cyberpunk genre. Blade Runner 2049, some of Lucas's favorite works of art.
Wild Wild West?
Not Cyberpunk. It's steampunk. It's steampunk.
What is Cyberpunk but fancy steampunk?
What is Cyberpunk if not fantasy steampunk?
Is Fallout Cyberpunk?
Yeah, huh.
It's nuclear punk.
Nuclear
punk. I hate cyber, like the phrases suck. There's that punk on everything.
Nuclear punk is steampunk.
I
don't think I ever realized that.
Yeah, because
like nuclear power comes from steam generators. Like you're just heating water.
Yeah.
Like, but you're instead of using coal, you're fucking using nuclear. Nuclear reactive.
Hey, that steam moves real fast.
No, it's very efficient at boiling the water, but that's kind of interesting. It's like in a steampunk universe, they would eventually discover nuclear power, and it would still be steampunk because that is the mode of generation. Do like fusion cores in the Fallout universe have like little like water vapor capturers that like just constantly boiling a little bit of water to generate the energy? I don't know.
Y'all actually teed this up really well. Hello world, my name is Lucas DeRuyter, and I am not here for the reclamation tour that is happening with Cyberpunk 2077. Y'all can miss me with that BS. That game was not always good, like a lot of people are saying, because a fairly interesting anime came out.
It was always better than people gave it credit for. I'm gonna fight for that one. That Cyberpunk. I'm not gonna say that Cyberpunk is, game of the year material, but like, if you look past the fucking god awful launch and all of its glitches, and try to ignore that, which is hard, I understand, but like, ignore all that shit and actually look at the game that is there. It was a lot of fun to play and it was super interesting. So.
If I downloaded Cyberpunk 2077, would I run into any game-breaking glitches?
And now I have no idea.
Now.
I have no idea. I think
that's gonna be like completely disqualifying for me.
Game breaking? No, I don't think you will.
Really?
You'll probably run into.
There's not gonna be random fucking T poses and cars.
That's not game breaking. No, you'll definitely see that shit.
That's fucking game breaking. I totally disagree.
No, it's immersion breaking, but game breaking is like, hey, your file is just gone and you have to start over.
That is not there's definitely like a soft lock is game breaking. 100%.
I was listening.
If you soft lock a game, that is game breaking.
I was listening
whether or not you can go back to a previous save.
Yeah, no, like I don't think you'll run into any like soft blocking. You will almost certainly see like weird random shit glitch in, and people, I mean, I don't know. I heard that it's a lot better now.
I was listening to a podcast over the weekend, and a gamer was talking about how they were playing the new Cyberpunk DLC or whatever has come out, did a quest, accidentally flagged a thing in the quest, and then they were locked out of it. They lost all of their guns in the game, and they were soft locked out of progressing through the quest. It is still buggy as dick.
Yeah, for me that then disqualifies it being any level of like good. Mm-hmm. Like you can't be a good game if you still have game breaking shit after like the most disastrous launch ever, and they just kind of like have moved on. Like they're like, we can't patch it. It's done. Like no point.
Fair. I heard that the latest patches, like, when they moved it over to the next-gen version, I heard that fixed a lot of it, so.
Andrew's got a fucking back alley Cyberpunk 2077 connoisseur who's like, hey, Andrew, word on the street is the glitches are fixed, man.
No, my source is Twitter. Like, I'm not, I'm not connected to any sort of, like, specific avenues of information. I just see someone say, hey, Cyberpunk is a lot better than it used to be. I haven't run into glitches in a while. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That is an accurate statement, because it's my understanding that game is no longer giving people seizures, which is a thing it did when it first came out.
That was like a day 2 patch kind of thing. Granted, that was really bad.
That was a whole day of epilepsy, but what matters? No, I feel you on the Twitter thing. Have y'all ever used Twitter lists?
No. What's that?
Me neither. If you like make a Twitter list of like certain people to follow on that list, you get only like their tweets and everything like that. So instead of like having just like it on your main feed, you can have a separate feed. And if you access it enough through like the menu, it'll come up as like an alternate to like your following. Like it'll be following, and then there'll be like whatever you named your list, and you can just click it and quickly only see stuff from like that list.
So if you say,
and that helped me this morning because I was able to access FIFA 24 hours early because people were like, oh, on PS5, if you sign up for EA Play, you can access it for like a 10-hour preview window before the game actually comes out right now. And I was like, oh shit. So for the first time, I spent an extra $1 on FIFA. I didn't give it to EA Sports for the purpose of buying cards, but EA Play, like, first month is $1. So I spent $1 to play the game a day early. So
how is it?
I'm a guilty man.
How is it?
Oh, I'm so far ahead.
Yeah.
I'm fucking crushing people in terms of like there's gonna be people that get this game day one, and I already have like a full like team that I can use in game and be pretty decent like 50,000 coins in the bank, a couple of investments into like cards that are gonna go to the fucking moon the minute that all the normies get the game and start actually paying real money to get their cards. And yeah, I've already like accomplished a bunch of objectives and gotten more players. I'm way ahead.
Look at you.
Streets ahead.
Streets ahead. I missed the transition off of this. There was a good line, but I'm glad we talked about FIFA and Ryan's rapid descent into this. This has been an arc over the past 2-3 months. I'm here for it. I appreciate it. But a lot of shit went down on Twitch last week. How much of this stuff did you guys hear about and like are privy to before this spot? Not okay.
I mean, I saw Hassan tweet a couple of things a few days ago. Just
I saw references
about gambling stuff going on, but yeah.
Be
our guide, Lucas.
Okay, I'm gonna go through all of this rapid fire, and then we can just react to it, the totality of it. There was a lot of concerns about Twitch being used to promote gambling. So then Twitch announced new policies that they're going to ban more overt gambling on the platform. They still allow poker, I think. They still allow gacha games. They still allow loot boxes, which maybe this is a Pyrrhic victory, but that's something. But then Bloomberg reported about the rampant presence of child predators and how you can't be an underage person streaming on Twitch without a child predator being in your in your chat. Statistically, it is almost impossible. If you stream for a year, that is going to happen to a kid. Then it came out that Twitch streamer, what is this, Mizkif? Is that how you pronounce it? Was helping cover up or downplay sexual assault. He's been suspended from his own gaming organization. Twitch announced a new revenue split that is less favorable to partner creators. And cherry on top, Matt Gaetz started a Twitch channel.
I did see that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I did see, and then Hassan tweeted saying, like, this is exactly what we need. And then some aide was like, ha ha ha, like, you know, not understanding that this was a very sarcastic thing, retweeted him, and then Hassan, like, changed his name to, like, Matt Gaetz pedo investigate now or something like that. And then that was on Matt Gaetz's feed for, like, an hour before someone took it down.
Yeah.
And then Matt Gaetz hopped in Hassan's stream, or, you know, at least an aide hopped in Hassan's stream and was saying, like, yo... It was weird, man. It was fucking weird.
God.
But yeah, no, do you all remember the original CSGO skin thing with T Martin and Syndicate and all that shit? Like I didn't watch T Martin. I did watch Syndicate when I was in high school. Like, he was one of the people that I subscribed to. But yeah, they just did this.
Yeah.
Like, they owned a CSGO gambling site. They had access to the back end. They made a bunch of videos of them winning a bunch of shit.
Yeah, they're like, look, it's so easy.
Rigged.
You can win all this stuff. And then it just was not.
Made millions of dollars, never disclosed that they were, like...
part of it.
Yeah, like that they owned the site. Yeah.
It was a huge thing.
This has already been...
Right.
Yeah, this has already happened. I don't... It's weird, man.
How is Twitch still dealing with this?
I don't think they care. I think Twitch, owned by Amazon, just wants those views, just wants those clicks. And if giving people the dopamine rush of watching somebody else gamble gets clicks, gets views, they're going to allow it. They're going to allow it at some capacity. And people eat that shit up. Kids eat that shit up.
As an aspiring poker streamer, I feel like games of skill maybe could be excluded from some sort of ban. Like, if you genuinely think that poker is straight up gambling, like, I don't know, man. I can refer you back to our cash games that we've played over the last 3 years. and who has overwhelmingly run away with most of the profits rather shamefully, who can no longer propose playing poker with his friends out of fear that like he's gonna win again and he's gonna feel bad and has to wait for someone else to ask to play poker.
Ryan might as well just send us a message, say, hey, who wants to give me $25?
Yeah, y'all want to give me your money quick?
Ryan, if you need $50 or something, we can help you out. We don't have to go through this charade.
No, I literally had to stop. I have a lot of fun in poker without winning. Like, I do think it's a great time with all the boys getting together and hopping on an online service and everything like that. But yeah, after like, I think it was one game where I won very quickly. So we just like, well, let's just buy in again, do it again. I won again. And then like everyone just kept buying in. And yeah, I won like over $100. And I was like, I need to not bring this up ever again. Like,
why are you guys?
I think I'm done.
Why are you guys making me hustle you?
I know, yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, should I like not play poker? Like, should I just play it like
no, Ryan?
Go random.
You should play
like,
poker, but you have to use your powers for good.
Right. I have to steal from the rich. And give to
you
the
have
needy.
to challenge Jeff Bezos to a
big,
like a super high roller poker match.
Oh, trust me, I'm not good enough at poker to beat people who are good at poker. Like, I don't think I know the basics. Like, I have gotten my dose of reality over and over when I go beyond our like cash game. Like, nah, man, it's a fucking deep well. Like, it is a never-ending well of knowledge that you need to be literally constantly studying and reading. Like, it's impossible. It's like chess. Like, you have to understand literal like scenarios and what you do when each individual move is made. It's impossible.
Do you think they'll ever make a Queen's Gambit but for poker?
I mean, they should. Like, it is fascinating.
Isn't that just that, what is it, 21 movie that we can't watch anymore because
that's Blackjack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 21's Blackjack. But 21 is like Blackjack's different is because it's against the house. Like, it's
that's right.
It's not necessarily a game of skill. Like, you are against the house, and unless you're counting cards, you are literally destined to lose. As a poker player, you're going against other people, and the house makes money from a rake of just like taking a percentage of everyone's chips as you play. So, yeah, if you're a good poker player, you could literally win $1 billion. Like, you could just have endless profits. But yeah.
Like these Twitch streamers were trying to have.
Well, they weren't. I don't think any of these guys were playing poker, right?
I don't think so. No, I think it was all loot boxes kind of or fake shit. Yeah.
Fucking CS:GO, man. I can't believe that game's still popular. Like, it's got to be a decade old now, right?
I mean, so is GTA 5.
No.
CS:GO is a year older than GTA 5.
Jesus.
It actually had its 10-year anniversary a month ago.
Huh.
Wow.
For some reason, when you search CS:GO, there's like 3 articles about Russia, because I guess like the Russian mobilization effort and like the draft and stuff has like cut the amount of active users.
Yeah, because
Jesus Christ,
because people are trying to fucking escape Russia because there's been a draft and like, oh, time to get the fuck out of here. I will pay $10,000 for a one-way ticket to Turkey so that I can get the fuck out of Russia.
Actually, that does track. I think I remember hearing that, games like that, CSGO, Escape from Tarkov, surprising Eastern European presence. Or at the very
Escape
least,
from Tarkov is literally, it's either a Ukrainian or a Russian game.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. PUBG.
Oh, yeah.
PUBG, it was always fun when you would just get killed by someone who's then just screaming like Russian, I'm assuming slurs at people.
Yeah.
At full volume.
Huh.
Area chat is an interesting concept in a lot of those battle royales, and having Tarkov and a lot of those having extensive like East Asian, Eastern European presence always leads to like they know 10 words in English, and they are the most offensive words you will ever hear.
Fucking hell. I guess we're going big mode. I guess Video Game Donkey is going big mode? What's happening here?
Big mode. Video Game Donkey is launching his own indie game publisher. Big mode. And he like just made a video about it. He's like, yeah, no, I like good video games and like I want to be a part of that. So join my company and I'll help you make good video games. Yeah, it was super vague. We don't know exactly like how extensive this is going to be, or who's even on board at this point, or when they're going to start publishing games. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that a YouTuber that we kind of all watch and enjoy to an extent is just like, yeah, I'm going to be in the making video games world now. And not in like a developer sort of way, but in like a, hey, I'll help you publish your game if you let me point at things and go this good, that bad.
So I saw a fair number of industry people talking shit about this, saying things like, well, he's just a YouTuber. He doesn't know what goes into this. He doesn't know a damn thing about video game publishing. To which I would respond, most video game publishers, most people high up in those companies are fail sons who just ended up there because they couldn't make it in the actual finance companies that they wanted to work for, and it's a video game publisher. Like, Donkey, by being a name and having access to capital, is already doing a tremendous amount of help to the developers that will end up partnering with him.
Yeah, he's a publisher. He didn't say, like, I video game Donkey, and that is my real name. Is going to start developing AAA video games.
Right.
He's not going to be programming games.
I honestly, like, I know, God, Donkey probably has a couple mil in the bank, right?
I have no idea.
So, yeah, it's one of those things that's like impossible to know. It depends on, all of his past like revenue sharing deals with the platforms that he uses and everything like that.
If this is genuine, and if he does actually have money to invest, this is cool rich guy shit, right? He's actively helping there be more better art in the world. So, power to him.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that, like, this is going to be a powerhouse in gaming, but it's definitely not a bad thing.
Yeah. Moving on to TV, GameStonk Bros do not care for the trailer for the Netflix documentary covering the event, which contains the line, YOLO, let's destroy the economy.
Fuck yeah. Redditors hate when they get
exposed.
Like, when they're shown to be who they are.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's cringe. I don't know.
You did it. You said the things.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
It's the same thing with anti-work. Like, it's when that one mod like got on Fox News and just shat the bed repeatedly over and over for the entire interview, to the point where like the Fox News anchor like didn't even have to do anything. Like, just asked basic questions and every answer was painting the whole movement in like the worst possible light. Yeah. When Reddit gets on mainstream platforms, they're revealed to be exactly what they are, which is socially awkward, like people that aren't media trained. Like, I don't know what you want.
I missed this a little bit before, but hardcore Twitch streamers, that's a group of people whose opinions I generally do not put any weight towards. Redditors are a close second. It's interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff on Reddit, but if you told me your main hobby was being on Reddit, I'm like, you doing all right, bud? You living okay?
It's so like what they did is cool. Like, I objectively
respect it.
When they said literally fuck Wall Street, like they overreached, and no one punishes them usually, so they're used to overreaching and getting away with it. What if we fucking punish them for it? Like, that is objectively fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's
But yeah,
it's
like
hilarious.
At the end of the day, they are just fucking keyboard warrior nerds who, their whole life is lived online. They're not gonna come across as like affable, fun people that like are heroes. Like, no, they're just gonna be exactly what they are.
They did a semi-successful scam, and that's cool. That's interesting. A lot of them were very personally motivated. You know, it's people.
The leaders of the movement were personally motivated. I would argue like the rank and file members of Wall Street Bets were the bag holders. They were the ones that got manipulated.
Yeah.
They weren't fucking, oh man, I'm gonna get out at like when it hits 350, I'm fucking out and I'm gonna make bank. They were literally like, hold till I die, we're just gonna punish them. I don't care if I lose all my life savings. Like, no, the leaders of the movement, like the 2 or 3 people who called the trade, yeah, those are your classic scam artists. But
Yeah.
like the millions of people that just plugged everything into GameStop and held for years at this point, nah, man, those are just fucking basement dwellers that did a thing.
Speaking of scams, that was a cool time for a motorcycle to rev in the background. I think I'm leaving that one in. Crunchyroll refuses to negotiate with SAG-AFTRA for dubbing their anime. Crunchyroll previously was cool with that, cooler with that than Funimation, which was owned by Sony. But then Sony bought Crunchyroll, merged Funimation into Crunchyroll, kept the Crunchyroll brand, and now they're not, which is going to lead to... Well, no, it's going to result in actors continuing to get underpaid for their work, and also a lot of recasts for anime that have English dubs and previously aired seasons. It's not great.
Yeah. Classic union busting from quote-unquote new media.
Yay.
It's also not great that IGN put out a top 25 best anime ever made list, and it is basic as fuck.
They do this like every 6 months for anime, PlayStation, Xbox. I saw that they did one for the Wii like a couple of days ago, the 25 best Wii games. Yeah, it's just basic stuff.
So the staff shared their number one, like each of their individual number ones, and I'm curious, Lucas, who you think is in the right. And don't look it up, and I don't want the names attached because you might have biases, because you might know the names of some of the people. One person's is Kill la Kill. Oh, I might have lost you for a second. Are you all good?
Yes, I think I'm here. I think I'm up to date.
Okay. Kill la Kill, one person's. Monster. I've never even heard of that one. I don't know what that is. One Piece. Dragon Ball Z. Hunter x Hunter. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Space Dandy. Cowboy Bebop. And Cyberpunk Edge Runners. So who's the biggest? Who's the worst?
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but all of this is... Wait, so was that the number one from people's like individual, like the top of their list?
Each individual editor, shared their personal favorite.
This was composed by people who do not watch anime. Because this sounds like a list that happens when someone's like, yeah, here are the top 10 anime, and then only lists the 10 anime they've ever seen.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Right.
it's like, you know, their equivalent to the voluntary viewing end of year lists, top 10s, where, and so yeah, these are the 10 things that I have consumed in this genre.
Not TV for me. Fucking TV is a bloodbath every year for me.
Fuck it, yeah.
Movies, yeah. Video games, I mean, it's usually like 2 or 3.
Video games,
But-
Lucas's domain. Here we go. Yeah, this was...
Are any of them good, or any of them like games that are animes that you would consider as like top of your list?
So, like, with the exception of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which I can't comment on because I haven't seen it, yes, individually, those are all great anime. But the problem is when you put them all together, it describes a kind of anime viewer who does not have a wide enough scope of the medium to offer genuine insight. Like, those are all very basic shonen. Monster's a little dark, little more mature, but the rest of it is all very basic shonen. We watched this because they were popular type anime, not really digging into what the medium is capable of.
What's your list? Yeah, give us like top 5 best anime ever.
Oh.
And are any of them on this list? Top 25 best.
Yeah,
Man,
don't look at the list. We'll look at the list. You tell us what your top 5 are.
God, I only had one season, but I really liked Talentless Nana and wish it got more. Akudama Drive was also great and really kind of topical in a way that a lot of anime aren't. This is basic. I'm going to call this one out, but Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z is fucking fantastic. Like, that's one of the ones that, yes, this is as popular as it deserves to be. I'm not going to say One Piece because the manga is so much better than One Piece and people don't know what they're missing out on. So I'm still at 3. Oh, God. Fourth favorite anime. Or the fourth anime in my top 5, at least. I got 3. I got to 3. It's hard to think about.
I've seen dozens of anime, ostensibly, and you come up with 3 on your list. Also, I'm going to call you out. I am very positive that you just aren't listing some of the ones that you really like because they're basic and on this list.
I don't think Naruto deserves to be in my top 5 best anime ever.
What do you mean it doesn't deserve to be in your top 5? We're talking about your list. If Naruto is your 4th favorite anime ever, you have to say that.
Naruto isn't my 4th favorite. Cowboy Bebop, probably number 4. Like that.
That's in here.
I can't fake that. That one's genuinely great.
Some of these, like, on this list, you've definitely enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like you've said you've liked.
Yeah.
100%.
You've talked about Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, no, that's number
lot.
5. Yu Yu Hakusho is number 5. Wait. I want to swap out Cowboy Bebop with Fooly Cooly.
That's on the list.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like it'd be hard to just completely ignore. Like, if someone did a top 25 movies of all time,
Right.
I feel like it'd be difficult to have a movie that, like, 100% every movie buff is going to include in their top 25 not make the list. Like a movie that's that well enjoyed by everyone is gonna be on a top 25 list. Like, it's kind of impossible to not be on there. But I've definitely heard you talk about a lot of these because I've heard of a lot of them, and that means that
it came from you.
Talked about them.
Yeah, we're not getting this from anyone else.
I guess.
I know you like Mob Psycho 100. I know you're a fan.
Mob Psycho 100 isn't even wrapped, though. We're getting more Mob Psycho 100. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing a little neurodivergent guy try his best and usually succeed. But in all of I don't know.
One Piece sure shit isn't done. It's on this list.
And again, the manga is so much. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing over there at IGN. I respect. Pay me to write a better one for you. Honestly, pay me to write better anime coverage for you if you want.
I mean, I'd enjoy your list because you didn't give us much to go off of. I want Lucas's top 25 and a write-up for each anime and why it deserves it. I also feel like when they say top 25 best anime series of all time, it's kind of like the GOAT argument versus the BOAT argument, right? Like, it's kind of like greatest is what they're going for. Like, these are animes that people will have heard of. Like, sure, it might not be objectively this is the best anime, but, like, it's a well-known and widely, like, enjoyed anime, I imagine.
Yeah.
Is what gets it on
most
this type
celebrated,
of list.
most successful, most enjoyed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the 25 most popular anime of all time.
That's part of it.
Well,
that's part of it.
Some of them probably aren't true. Like, it's probably a scale, right? Like popularity and goodness, you know? Like,
like Monster was number 4. I bet you that is not one of the most popular anime of all time.
I mean, Monster's kind of like now that Neon Genesis Evangelion is on Netflix and anyone can watch it, like, Monster's the one where once you're in the anime space, you watch that one for clout. That is I'm a real anime fan. I've watched Monster. I have clout now anime. That used to be Ava.
Yeah. No, I think that it's literally on a scale of like a quadrant where like how good it is on one of the axes and how popular it is on another axis. So it could be really, really popular but not that good and make the list. And it could be really, really good but not that popular and make the list. And there's not that many that are in that upper right portion of really, really good and really, really popular. So
Yeah.
that's what they're looking for. So you think that Cyberpunk Edge Runners is the most egregious #1 anime of all time? Of that list that I listed?
When did Edge Runners come out? Like 3 days before this list was published?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't think that's enough time for it to set, for you to process it.
I know that Lucas isn't doing this in good faith, but I am going to have to, like, agree with him there. It would be like if I said Nope was the best movie of all time just because it was the last one that I'd seen.
But what if it's that good, you guys? Neither of you have seen it. What if it's just fucking that good?
I followed the arc of Studio Trigger's career. I'm skeptical it's even going to be better than Kill la Kill. Like, I don't know.
I don't think that careers work as an arc. I don't know if that's just me. I don't think that, like, people have an arc. Like, I don't think that, like, trends for, like, how good the art is that they produce is a real thing. And looking at it that way is almost like a fallacy, to be like, well, they're on the downswing, so the next thing they make is also going to be bad. Like, any piece of art could break the mold. Someone could be on a real fucking hot streak, like Bethesda, and then just drop Fallout 76, and, like, the entire public perception of their company literally lands in the toilet overnight. Like, that, I don't know.
Ugh.
But yeah, anyway, it was Nars who put Cyberpunk Edge Runners as #1. I don't know if you know who Nars
not a
is,
clue.
if he's a well-known name.
Sorry.
There you go.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's time for Lucas's anime corner, and I haven't watched a single anime this quarter.
I was going to say you're doing it early. The quarter's not over.
I mean,
I have a reminder in my phone so that I don't
You've
forget
duped us.
anymore.
You
This is a fucking
monster.
This is a scam.
So the fall season was summer season was really light this year. Mostly because we got a lot of heavy hitters coming in the winter, and I imagine they had to put resources and budget towards all of those. They're going to be like at least five anime I'm going to have to keep up with next quarter for personal reasons. But this one, not a lot happening.
Damn.
Read some interesting manga. Just listened to the song was Chainsaw Man author Tatsuki Fujimoto just kind of processing his own success and career, which is a weird thing for a 29-year-old to have to do, but yeah.
Hey, Lucas, he's older than you. You don't have to feel bad about yourself anymore.
Well, I mean, he started making Chainsaw Man when he was 26, so it's a little like, what am I doing with my life? But no, it's fine. It's fine. I will only like creators who are older than me, so I never have to feel bad.
Wasn't the guy who wrote Aragon like
He was
No,
like
that was a
14
child.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that because I had that moment
Yeah.
in like middle school.
You're like,
where
this
I was
guy
like,
did
"Wait,
it.
what?"
I can do it. Why
Yeah,
can't?
no, like,
why
what
am
am
I
I
not
doing?
doing it? Yeah.
What am I doing with my life? I fucking suck.
There's an Elden Ring comedy gag manga that is fantastic. Andrew, I would recommend it to you, but it's full of spoilers, so put 100 hours into that game and then read this manga.
God.
That's your homework for the week.
100 fucking hours, Jesus.
Well, it'll be 30 if you keep playing with Lucas and Ian.
Hey.
No,
Just
I've been
fucking
playing on my own.
Take you through.
I've been playing on my own.
Yeah.
I've been learning the game.
Yeah.
I've been mastering the mechanics and diving into the lore and just
I've gotten
begrudging.
good.
No, I definitely have not gotten good.
More Than Lovers, Less Than Friends is a slightly problematic but enjoyable manga about two former porn stars who accidentally move back to their same hometown and have a very weird relationship, a budding romance, coming off of having had sex with each other several times. So, yeah, that's neat. And then last but not least, how do I even describe this one? A very horny manga called Ladies on Top. That is about two people in their 20s realizing the woman is very much more the dominant person in the relationship, and the man is in a very much more submissive place in the relationship, and them navigating that and social expectations around that. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's good. I appreciate that it can make the distinction between top and dom and bottom and submissive. It's all great. It's good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Any memes? I don't think we have any memes this week. Memes are dead.
Yeah, memes are kind of dying.
Yeah.
I think we're dying, you guys. I don't think memes are going away. I think our ability to be on the cutting edge of them is going away.
No, that means memes don't exist anymore.
What are you talking about, Ryan? I see stuff on Instagram. That's like the newest shit, right? I see TikToks on Instagram of 4chan screenshots, and those are memes, right?
Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
That's definitely where everything comes from.
Where else could they?
Truth Social.
All right, whatever. Going into the breakouts. I think I can do this in 7 minutes. I saw all 6 episodes of the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared TV show.
Damn.
Okay, man.
It's really good. I think it hits a little less hard with each episode being 22 minutes long, whereas the previous YouTube series could just pack in so much in just an 8-minute video. But the TV show is good. It has the same energy and is now applying to just things that people are generally anxious about, like work, death, family, friends, change, blah.
Chains.
And chains.
I am scared of chains.
Also transcending humanity and trying to see if there's any meaning beyond the things we can currently comprehend.
Well, let me guess.
No?
I was going to say, let me guess, not enough body horror.
There's a fair amount of body horror.
Okay,
good enough.
There's enough body horror.
This got the Lucas seal of approval for body horror.
Big time Lucas seal of approval.
No.
I don't know if this is in continuity with the YouTube series. It does not seem to be. It might be, but it doesn't seem to be.
Well, then it's definitely not worth watching.
Well,
Yeah, this isn't canon then.
I'm sorry, Andrew. This YouTube series you never finished because you were too chicken shit.
I mean, one, yes. I'm not going to say that, like, oh, I didn't like this just because it wasn't good. It was creepy. I did not enjoy it. Also, it wasn't good.
Wow.
Both of those things can be true. Yeah, it's like the people that watch Suspiria, they're like, this is high art. Like, no, it's not. It's a snuff film. The cutting edge of art is not just like, what if I throw a bunch of literal shit and makes you uncomfortable? That means it's good. No.
I'm
wrong.
sorry, are you saying Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is bad because it's trying too hard to be highbrow?
No, what?
What is your argument then?
It doesn't try to be highbrow. It's a bunch of shit.
Just a bunch. You don't think there's anything there? You don't think there's any deeper meaning happening?
Oh
You don't
no,
think this
there
is
might be deeper
purposefully
meaning.
done?
It's might. I don't think it's well done. There might. I could make something that has deeper meaning. I'm probably not going to convey it very well.
Have you seen a David Lynch movie?
No.
I fucking despise David Lynch.
Oh. Well, this has turned into a hell of a conversation to have in 4 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's the same energy, as Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And it's unsettling. Like that's what they're going for.
No, that's the whole point.
That doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like when something sets out to unsettle you and does it, that then yes, you accomplished your goal. But that does not mean that something is objectively like valuable because it like capably upset you.
If you're setting out,
like it's the same thing as like how the least artistic part of Nope was the alien scene, but also that was arguably the most affecting scene of the entire movie. Like that's that, you know, like it's the same concept for me, like that it's not automatically artistically valuable because it like accomplished what it was trying to do.
I think a lot of people confuse the ideas of I'm going to tell this story or I'm going to convey this feeling regardless of if it makes you feel uncomfortable or not. And like, I'm going to push the boundaries and that might make you feel uncomfortable. Like that's part of art. But just going out and saying, I am going to make you feel uncomfortable because that is what art isn't, I mean, that's not inherently meaningful to me.
Right. It's like the direction of modern art and how it's gone, where there's like horrific displays of like live art that, yeah, is like kind of like what Andrew's talked about, where literally like making a painting using your hands in human shit to be like, look, it's a statement about how our society is crumbling. Like,
Sure.
Okay, if all you're trying to say is like, look, society crumbling should make you anxious, just like me smearing human shit on this canvas does, then like, yeah, I guess you did what you tried to do, but that doesn't make it valuable. That doesn't make it good. Like,
You think Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is shit smeared on a canvas?
I'm using that as like a more extreme analogy of what I consider like this type of genre to be, and how like, look, that might be good and valuable to something. Like, art is subjective. Like, to some people, that might be what they're looking for. But like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be pushed on on the rest of everyone else and be like, no, you're dumb for not understanding what they're saying. It's like, I might, but that still doesn't mean that I have to enjoy it and like it and think it's good and worthwhile.
I mean, I understand where you guys are coming from, kind of. I very much disagree with the very much growing, like, a creepypasta genre of horror that is... Toby Fox, I love Undertale, but Jesus Christ, get off of forums. You're working against yourself on a lot of this stuff. But I don't know. I think there is value. I think there is value of adding a more visceral element, a more visual horror, uncomfortability to these more vague and in our own mind anxieties over things like work and change.
Right. I think it just has to be layered properly and composed in such a way that it has other things to say other than just pure like injections of discomfort. Like that's like we talked about Annihilation, which didn't have enough body horror for you. Like that had plenty of body horror.
I don't.
And we all very much enjoyed it and thought it was like a very artistic and like well-crafted piece of art. Like, you know? We should continue. I don't think we're done.
No, we're not done.
Moving on.
Going into the other call.
So yeah, like bringing Annihilation into it, the original like not enough body horror, 6 out of 10. Like, I don't know. I think that it is very possible to use the elements that you're talking about of making people like very uncomfortable in their own skin, but then contrasting that with like other elements in order to say something and like make your message more cohesive and digestible instead of like just fucking mainlining like making people skin crawl like the entire time. That's the difference for me. Like if you saw the most beautiful painting that you've ever seen in your entire life, and then it is revealed that that painter used his family's blood after they were massacred in a fucking pogrom or something, that's going to be very affecting because it's contrasting. It has more to say than, a painter like fucking cutting himself open, dipping his paintbrush in blood in front of an audience and fucking smearing and being like, yeah, ooh, I bet you hate this. Well, you should hate what the Russians are doing in Ukraine. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. That's not the same.
Okay, you're just describing the video game Layers of Fear right now.
That's the extreme analogy that I'm going to use to compare the difference and try to lay out what I think Andrew like also kind of feels about this type of entertainment. Yeah. I did enjoy the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
Because it was contrasted properly. Like it had a lot more to say because it was a kid's cartoon and it was like, I've seen this style all over the place, you know? Like, and then when it is contrasted with like the horrifying elements as it like further descends into madness. It's like, all right, like, no, I see what they were trying to do there. I enjoy it a lot. It's saying a lot about creativity and everything like that. But then as they like continued down that fucking path, it just kept like, it's the jig is up. Like you no longer can say that same message over and over using the same characters of like, look, they're just children's,
because we know where
like,
it's
puppets.
going.
Yeah, we know exactly what's going to happen. So like that whole reveal is now lost. You can't pull the same rabbit out of the hat and make us go ooh all over again. I don't know.
I think you guys just don't like how much fun Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared in either version had reveling in this stuff.
It's not fun.
It's not fun?
It's not. It's awful.
You don't think the clock voiced by an actual person beep shouting is a little fun?
No, it's fucking it's awful. I need to go to a thesaurus and look up a synonym for unsettling, because it's
unnerving.
Unwhatevering. Yeah.
You just put "un" in front of a good thing.
It's uncomfortable. Like it's
harrowing.
It's not enjoyable. It's not something that I want to rewatch.
Alarming, and creepy, unpleasant, worrisome,
disconcerting,
painful,
perturbing.
Perturbing.
Disquieting.
Dismaying.
Yes.
Alright. Fair. Not for you guys. I'm sorry. I enjoy it very much, though. I don't know if it's going to be in my top 10 TV shows of the year, but,
Jesus Christ.
Andrew, making an argument. My top 10.
Andrew,
my top 10.
Andrew, don't do it.
How could
Andrew, what unholy
how could I
reckoning have
possibly
you brought?
side with that?
What unholy reckoning have you brought upon this land? My domain. Like, Lucas has video games. We have ceded this to him. I have TV. I know that you both refuse to do it, to fully cede. Andrew, please, I beg of you, go to movies and just watch 40 movies this year, and we can all have our
I've watched
thing.
like 14 TV shows this year.
Oh.
Yeah, no, a lot more than I usually do. I'm not saying anything about how the list is going to turn out, but
I don't know, man. I think I'm just going to be thinking of that scene from the first episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, where they're at a job through a series of cartoon make-believe. They end up with jobs. And then it just hard cuts, and all of them have aged 40 years. And if that just doesn't surmise my worries, my anxieties around work and what I'm dedicating most of my time on this planet towards, I don't know what does. It captured that energy. It captured that worry I have pretty accurately, pretty convincingly. And I felt a connection to the show because of that.
Yeah. That's your prerogative.
All right.
That's fucking bleak. It reminds me of trying to play BioShock during the pandemic and being like, no, this is not a place you want to exist in. Like,
dude, I did the exact same thing. When I had COVID and I was locked in my room, I took my PlayStation with me and hooked it up to my monitor. I'm like, oh, what games do I have downloaded on here that I haven't played? And I played 20 minutes of BioShock. That's as far as I got.
You're just in an underwater
hellhole,
fucking cesspit, and every character is horrendous, and the conditions are terrible. Yeah, it's not a space you want to exist in when your head is a certain way. I don't know.
I'm drifting into it, man.
And compare that to Infinite, where, guess what? It has the thing that I'm talking about, where it's got the fucking, like, social commentary rolled into a supposed utopia, and as the story unravels further and further, you learn more and more about the dark underpinnings of the supposed utopia. Like, that's a more interesting narrative to me, and maybe that's just the subjective part of art. Like, being, because BioShock, you know what BioShock is, so you go into Infinite and you're not like, wow, this place is so beautiful. Like, I can't wait to explore this beautiful, beautiful world. You're like, ooh, what's going to happen here? And then you're walking through, like, the first area, and there's, like, a racism puppet show, and you're like, okay.
No.
All right, I know what's about to happen here, and I'm into it. I'm buckled in. Let's do this.
Ryan, you checking out anything besides FIFA, or do you want to regale us with that FIFA rabbit hole?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to end up putting it on pause. With the not FIFA, like the watching everything else and doing everything else for a little while.
Fair.
It's gonna
Because of FIFA?
Yeah, it's gonna be a FIFA time. I really gotta. If you grind and get ahead, you can just kind of like ride the wave for a year's worth of entertainment.
Oh.
Like, so if you just like kind of buckle down for the first week or two, you can literally just be the FIFA aristocracy, like the old money of FIFA that is just constantly on the cutting edge of like, no, you just, now that you have enough money to make the bigger investments, you can just buy the cards that are worth big investments and will return, and everyone knows they will return, but not everyone has the money to make that sort of investment for the rest of the game. And then before you know it, it's July and you have the God team, and still a bunch of coin, and you're good.
Yeah.
And you can just take a break. Like, I took a break for like the last month or so. I wasn't really playing any FIFA because it was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I finished the game. It's not as fun anymore. So now it's like, all right, let's get back into it. Like, it's kind of like a hard reset, and there's a chance that you can be part of the actual 1%. You're not scrounging for the leftovers and scratching and clawing every week to get the best rewards. You're like, nah, I'm it. I am on top, and I can stay on top because FIFA, like the FIFA trading market, is very much like a capitalist free market wet dream. Like, you can manipulate the market. You can literally, like, when they release a squad building challenge, you can buy a bunch of players that you know fit in the challenge, go online, post your solution for that challenge, and if enough people upvote it, your players that you already bought before posting it via insider trading essentially double in value, and then you sell the players that you bought before posting your solution. Like, you can literally just like, there's no regulations. You can you can engage in all the shady economic stuff, but like, it's fully allowed and encouraged even. Like, they have on the transfer market like main center, they have like a stonks graph, like up and down, like, ooh, make investments and like play the market and stuff. Like, you can just fucking, but yeah, without like any consequences and without having to spend any real world money and assume any actual risk. It's like, oh no, my Zaha card didn't quite return the investment I was looking for. I lost 10% of this fucking fictional currency. And also, I'm a fucking, like, again, I'm an aristocrat, so oh no, it's completely irrelevant to me.
Quite.
Well,
Yes.
do you, because I know this is a very concerning trend in the FIFA scene, do you have any idea how much, like, your account could be sold for at this point?
Right now, probably not that
Okay.
much. Right now, like, maybe like $30-$40 or something like that.
Huh?
Like, it's not insignificant, but not that much. If I continue down this path, like, if I keep up with like the trades that you need to make in order to kind of vault into that next level of like FIFA trading,
Yeah.
you like, it could be worth like hundreds of dollars. Like, trading your account will get you banned. Like, just 100%. So it's kind of like that's what people do when they're quitting the game.
Okay.
Like, you start to give away your coins, you might sell your account online, stuff like that. Like, you will probably be found out and probably banned. But it is a thing that people do.
Also, hearing you describe this, hearing what FIFA is and has been for more or less a decade and a half, I get it now. I realize how we got to crypto, why that's a thing.
The grifters are more fun in this fake world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I guess forget about the fact that, like, some people are spending real money, and, like, that is kind of scary. Like, there was a guy on Twitter who was talking about, like, when can we add FIFA points, which is the, like, you know, you pay real money to get points to buy stuff in the game. And people are like, well, I don't know, you can just make trades right now, but you won't be able to add them until the full game comes out. And he's like, oh man, can't wait to like drop my $400 that I do at the start of every single FIFA to like get that jump start that I need. And it's just like, people are like, what? Why you? And he's like, it's only $400. Like, what kind of job do you work? And he's like, I don't know, I just got a normal job. Like, it's like, no, don't do that. You're fucking like, that's awful.
That's an investment in like your main hobby kind of money. I don't think that should be FIFA. I don't think that's how that game should fit into your life, bud.
I think it is my main hobby, but yeah, I don't spend any real money, and that's the fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would get nearly as much enjoyment of the game if it was like, oh, I'll just, like, I make a good amount of money, I can just buy these fucking points and get ahead and it'll be whatever. I don't think I would enjoy the game nearly as much as like going on Twitter, having a FIFA Ultimate Team Twitter list that I'm talking about, having like 10 guys that are like on the spectrum of like full-blown grifters who are like selling access to their trading Discord, and every once in a while drop you like a little tidbit to try to like sucker you into like paying for their Discord, to like the full-on white hats who are going full Wall Street bets mode and like, nah, I'm in these trading Discords, here's the moves, I'm giving you them for free, and they only have like 400 followers, and you're like, if you can find those guys, then you're in the fucking, like, you're in the gold. Like, it's fun. Like, that's very entertaining.
I don't even want to call this a micro community. This is like a nano community that has sprung up, and it is deeply fascinating to me.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. And like I said, like at the end of the day, there is not as much real risk as the real world, so I think that leads to more white hat people. Like, at one point I was looking at I was reading some of like the economic trends of like various FIFA cards and like the meta cards, and like where like people are talking about like sell amounts and stuff like the exact same as fucking stocks. Like literally they're just like, no, you get in at 51,000 coins, you get out at 72,000 based on its performance last year. Like, and it's just like, this is the same as stocks now. And I'm like, could I be devoting this money or this time and effort into real money? And like, the answer is probably not, because there aren't nearly as many people in the real world that are just no ulterior motive. Just like, I don't know, I do this for fun. Like, let's fuck around and like try to make like imaginary coins. Like, in the real world, everyone who is capable of doing it for a living is selling you something. Like, they are very much trying to grift.
This is very much the same energy of economics term paper I read that was just, I created this custom server in WoW to prove that trickle-down economics don't work.
Yeah, no, they do have a what's it called? It's like a creator program or something where creators get the game 3 days early, and like to watch the value of all the like meta cards jump the second that all these like, you know, Twitch streamers and YouTubers got access to the game was like kind of interesting. And then there were people on Twitch buying thousands of FIFA points, like literally like hundreds of dollars of real money, and discarding all the cards that they got for the like clout. like the same people that, you know, go wait in line for the new iPhone
and then smash it,
get it, and just smash it in front of all the other people like waiting to get the new iPhone. Like, that exact same energy.
Oh, I just pulled a shiny Charizard.
Yeah.
And this is why Twitch streamers are a class of people I do not respect. Very cool, Ryan. Please keep us updated with that experience. I'm having a little bit of a less great time with Voice of Cards, Beasts of Burden.
I'll never be your voice of cards.
That's a title contender now. That's going in the list. I'll admit the writing in this game, the setup in this game is better than the second one, I think. And it is a little more fun. But to give you guys an idea of the mechanics of this game and how difficult it is, I just lost my first attempt at the final boss of the game. Tremendously difficult fight, tremendously long fight. That was my first game over the entire time I've had playing this game in my coming up on 15-hour run. I try to figure out what I can do to beat this boss. I only had 4 skills equipped to each of the playable characters. Turns out you can have 5 equipped to all of them. I missed that. And that was never an issue at any other point in this playthrough. This is, even with a handicap, this is too easy of a game to be enjoyable.
It's a baby game for babies.
A little bit. That ending ramps it up a lot. Too much. But yeah, no, that is really disheartening. It has made me think about RPG, JRPG mechanics, though, in some really, I don't know, in some ways that I hadn't before. And how my biggest takeaway is that Pokemon, for as much of a reputation that has as being, oh, that's just a mainstream JRPG, baby game for babies, it's actually doing a lot of really interesting stuff. And I think it's very much informed by years of, these are tropes we do not like in these games anymore. Let's fix them in Pokemon. The big example I keep coming back to is in Voice of Cards and a lot of JRPGs, you cannot use status effects on bosses. You cannot poison a boss. You cannot freeze a boss. Pokemon had that shit right out of the gate. Pokemon is letting you use whatever quote-unquote cheap status ailments you want to put on a boss and encourages you to do so. That is a viable strategy in those games. And in Voice of Cards, in a lot of JRPGs, you are actively discouraged from ever engaging with that set of mechanics. Yeah.
Good for Pokemon.
Right?
Baby game for babies.
Really excited for Scarlet and Violet. I'm getting on that
Are those the
prehistoric.
name of the 2 babies that are going to be playing the game?
Sorry, names.
Yeah?
People are named that.
Okay. Can we do a quick thing? Can we do a quick tangent? I'm gonna list.
No.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna list all the Pokemon games, and y'all tell me if those could be people's names.
Okay.
Red and Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not like
especially
those
Blue.
are normal names, but yeah, they absolutely could be.
Red might be a little rough. I think Blue is probably a more common name than
Red's a nickname. Red is definitely a nickname.
Yeah.
Right. Not a
Green
good-
and Yellow.
No.
No.
Gold and Silver.
I want to say no, but like
there's
not zero.
Yeah, definitely people that are named Gold and Silver, but gonna go with no.
Silver probably more than
Yeah.
gold, but
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Ruby and Emerald, definitely.
Yes.
Sapphire is a name I've heard. It's just not super common.
definitely names though.
Diamond, Platinum, Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl, yeah.
Diamond, yeah. Oh yeah, Pearl, Mr. Krabs' daughter.
Platinum,
I don't know.
yeah,
About,
Platinum, I'm gonna say
wait,
no.
was that an old lady name?
Platinum?
Like, is Pearl a legit? No,
Yeah.
Pearl. Is Pearl like a
I
legit,
think so, yeah.
like name in like the
Yes.
40s
Yeah.
or something? Okay, there you go. Then.
Black and White.
No.
No, I don't think so.
But what about Black and White 2?
You got me. I'm in.
Hi, I'm white
You son of
too.
a bitch.
X and Y.
No.
Legally,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
In the United
Yeah, it
States,
can't be one letter.
You can't have given names of one letter.
Sun and Moon.
God, no. Hope not. I mean, like Luna.
Yeah.
Like, other languages sometimes.
And then Sword and Shield.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Shield, get over here.
Sword, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh god, I just realized there are characters in that game, in that game named, I think it was Shieldword and Swordbert. I don't think that's bogus. I think that's real.
Wait, like Squidward, but with
I think
Yes.
it's more like
Is that what that is?
Edward. But
I don't
No,
know.
it was Squidward first.
Yeah.
Because it's an S.
Yeah.
And they're putting a word and then word after it.
Dumb. Dumb shit.
That is dumb.
That's awful.
Speaking of baby game for babies, too, I just wanted, before we get away from it, I was playing Fall Guys for like the last month or so, just kind of solo. That is a fucking baby game for babies, y'all. Like, I am literally making the finale 7 or 8 times in a row to then face off against the other like 4 or 5 probably like adult men in their 20s like who are also just like wiping the floor with the babies who are playing that game. And that was kind of weird. Like and I do exist in kind of like this weird purgatory where I don't play the game enough to be as good as those like adult men in their 20s who usually win. So I'll usually make it to the finals, like the last 5 to 7 players, and then lose because those are like the people that are like me and know how to play video games, but also have been playing this nonstop for the last 2 years or whatever. So it's kind of a weird vibe, but definitely baby game for babies. And when you play the squad mode and then spectate your random squad mates, you get a sense of like, holy shit, these people don't have basic motor functions mastered yet. Like, god damn, man.
But then also, there is definitely a child out there with limited motor skills who got the best speed run on a level by accident and doesn't even know to report it.
Yep.
Andrew, I know we're going to talk about Elden Ring, but are you checking anything else out?
I built a motherfucking Lego.
Do you have it? Do you have it by you?
Yeah, it's right over here.
Oh my god.
Let's see it. Me and Lucas will describe it in exquisite detail. That's
So,
a little smaller than I thought.
The interesting thing of this Lego set, it's like a 3-in-1 thing. So it has 3 sets of instructions for the same parts that come in the box. So this is the Apollo rocket. And I could take this apart, and then this actually only used like half the pieces, but I could build the space shuttle, and then I could take it apart and build the lunar lander. So I can just do this forever.
The lunar lander is on the...
I mean, it's not to scale. It's not to scale.
The cannon of the Apollo rocket. One of those things I was like, oh, cool, the space shuttle. That's transformative. The lunar lander's in that motherfucker.
Like
Yeah, it's that little tiny thing at the tip. It's actually inside because then they have to, when they get up into space, like spin around and go nose to nose with the lunar lander. But, that's cool.
You know what? I used to really like Legos. I have money. I can buy one. I'm not gonna be a Lego guy, but they're fun.
How much
it was $40?
Let me ask.
Oh, that's not bad.
Dude, Legos are fucking expensive. You have no idea.
I know they're expensive because they're good. Like, I know all the people that had to play with fucking, what's it called? Mega Bricks. Like, it's just not this. Like, Legos are on another level of quality, for sure. But, like, damn.
Dude, with Ryan, don't look into the model scene at all.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Crazy.
No, I know the Lego Death Star is like $500.
Yeah, I was at Kohl's
the
the other day, and I guess this Kohl's is a giant Lego section. There was one there in the weird little Lego corner at this clothing store that was $900. It was a Vespa. Like the size of a toddler.
Like a full size.
I am looking into building what is essentially a Gundam kit, but for Metal Gear Rex. God. That's $100. I'm saving it for the winter. Because that is a very indoor cozy hobby. I acknowledge that.
There's no winter in LA. You should save it for the summer. The summer is the indoor cozy, like where you don't want to be outside.
Let me live my life, okay?
Winter's when we do our outdoor activities. Winter's when we can
There's
hike
a stretch.
and do
There's
shit.
a stretch of winter that's like rainy and cold, and you don't want to be outside in LA.
Go fuck yourself.
You want to be...
Yeah, Lucas,
That's
you've already
right.
turned if you think it's ever rainy and cold in LA. Like, damn, son. We get the 50s twice a year.
Okay. My mom literally just texted me to let me know that she had to wear gloves on her walk with my dog Mojo today. Our dog Mojo today.
Yeah, no, it was cold up here.
Yeah.
We are facing record highs here. Today, I think, might have been a record high for September 26th. It is fucking 100.
But anyway, putting $120 down on that Metal Gear Rex kit, and I'm excited about it.
Good for you.
More power to you,
Yeah.
fam.
Go do
Andrew-
some fun stuff.
But also,
Yeah. Andrew, how you like an Elden Ring?
I mean, it's kind of the same take that I had last time. I think of it as like whenever you hear someone talk about living in New York City,
Yeah.
where they're just like, the rent's too high, everything's dirty, the spaces are small, it's super crowded, everyone's mean, it's the best place on earth, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's just like, I have a bunch of things to complain about with Elden Ring. I'm like, man, this game fucking sucks. This is dumb, that's dumb, this doesn't work, this doesn't make any sense. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
You did text me, and we did go over, oh man, this side quest kind of broke for you. You should be fine for the rest of the game. Like, that's not going to impact anything. And the things it does ladder up into, you're still cleared for that. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, there was, like, the first, like, actual side quest where it's, like, you're actually doing something and going a place to try to accomplish a goal.
You're suppressing a workers' revolt.
I mean, they were monsters.
Not always.
Oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, and it was just broken. You couldn't complete it. It had, like, it was a game-breaking glitch.
Yeah.
Where you just could not... The guy that was supposed to be there to give the thing to like, move on to the next stage, he just didn't exist.
is it a known bug?
Other people have...
And they don't have, like,
I mean, it hasn't happened to everybody. Like, Lucas did this quest.
I know.
But, like... No,
like, I'm thinking of, like, Bethesda. Like, a lot of Bethesda games, they'll be like, oh, yeah, the quest might soft lock here. You can do this and this.
No,
and
it was just... I saw some people on forums that are like, hey, I tried to do this and the guy wasn't there. And then I tried to, like, reset it and go back to the person that gave me the quest. And they were dead, which was something that was supposed to happen at the end of the quest. But it just, like, you got the quest and then technically the quest was over. And it just set the world like the quest had already been finished, but I couldn't do any of it and couldn't get the stuff that you get from completing the quest. Yeah.
You told me you met the Two Fingers. You told me you've been to the Round Table Hold. What do you think of all that?
I mean, they're gross.
Yeah.
The Two Fingers are gross, just like you told me.
That's not what a hand should look like.
No. So there was a point where I was playing the game, and I came across this random, like, wandering knight who had, like, lightning powers. I'm like, I'm gonna beat this guy. And he was not a boss. He didn't even have, like, a health bar at the bottom where it says, like, Sir Dick Buttus of Assington. It was just a guy walking around, and he killed me so much. Like, over and over and over and over and over again. And, like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna let this guy bother me anymore. And then, like, I walk around for a little bit, and I stumble across this cave. And I go into the cave, and it turns out it's this huge network of tunnels that take up, like, a good chunk of the map, but underground. And I reach the final boss, and he's kicking my ass. He's this giant guy with a dragon head. He's kicking my ass. I'm like, I need better stuff. And I was looking up, like, some better, like, spells that I can use that are spec to my character, stuff that would help me at range. And, like, a good one is this lightning bolt thing that you can get if you beat this knight in this place. I'm like, it's that fucking guy. I have to go and beat the guy that I wanted to ignore because he was fucking me up. And that's the reason I found this cave. Like, yeah, no, you really want to get this lightning bolt from this guy. I'm like, motherfucker.
But then you can have that. Then you can have the lightning bolt thing he's fucking you up with.
Yeah, and I got it, and then I went back to that boss, and I got him down to, like, 80% of his health bar, and he killed me with 2 hits.
Good game. Game of the year.
You know, it's fucking me
hard.
I'm not, like, getting frustrated with it yet, and I know that's coming, where I'm gonna, like, actually get, like, sweaty playing it. Like, I'm gonna be a sweat, and it's still gonna fuck me up. Right now, I'm just playing it. I'm like, oh, man, I'm losing a lot. Oh, well.
I think, controversial statement incoming. I've seen other people play Elden Ring on other platforms. I think if you're playing that on anything besides the PlayStation 5, you were playing that wrong. dying and then being loaded into the game again 7 seconds later.
Yeah, it is. I am appreciative of the PlayStation 5. I was going to bring that up because I noticed it. I'm like, I died. And then the loading bar just skipped to the end. I'm like, you know what?
Right back in it.
If this was a PlayStation 4 and I had to wait 45 seconds, I don't think I'd be playing it.
Even the PC builds have writing on those loading screens. And, oh no, if I'm in a loading screen long enough to read 3 sentences, my experience on this is irreparably changed and worse. Thank you, PlayStation 5. Weird console. You play Elden Ring real good, though.
It's probably the SSD,
100%.
right? I imagine. Like, literally an experimental SSD.
That was one of the big selling points of it, though. It's just like, yeah, this SSD is going to make load times very short.
Paying off
And
here.
it did.
Granted, my roommate had to send in their PlayStation 5 to have the CD drive replaced for what I'm increasingly suspecting is user error, but otherwise great.
Wait, I want to hear
Yeah,
the
what do you
tea.
do?
User error.
The stand might not have been in use, so then that PlayStation 5 was just resting on the CD drive for the past maybe a year now.
So wait,
They're gonna look at that.
wait, so it was standing upright, but not on. Oh, it was horizontal.
It was laying flat without the stand guy.
Ooh.
They're gonna find that out. They're definitely, that's gonna be the first thing they look for when the disk drive doesn't work.
It's already there. It's already being looked at by the time this episode is published,
Yeah.
so not a factor.
They're gonna be fucking Gestapoing like, I see that Z drive.
You have a very nice
functioning."
room here. This is a
Yes,
perfect
that is
place for a
interesting.
PlayStation. I noticed it doesn't quite have enough room for where the disk drive would be if you had the stand on it.
Couldn't help but notice that the stand was not set in with the console. What happened to the stand? Is it around?
No, hush,
it away with the
don't
box?
cry. Everything's okay.
We got kind of
Yeah.
Italian.
What do they do?
I am a Nazi.
Hey, they were
did just
fascists.
elect a
Come on,
fascist.
They were
Yes, I am
fascists
from
too.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, also fascist.
They weren't Nazis. They were
No.
not good in the beginning of World War II.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Italian Gestapo. You are hiding enemies of the state.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
All right, it is.
Yeah, they're so jovial, like an Italian Nazi.
This is a beautiful home.
the hand
You wouldn't
signals.
happen to have any enemies of the state below your floorboards, would you?
Nah, you
You
would
good
never.
people. You would not do something as such.
I keep the trains running.
Oh,
That's
Actually, what was said about
Yeah.
Mussolini?
that's actually a misnomer. The world internet listening to this, fascist parties wildly inefficient in practice. Yeah.
Well, they use
yeah.
slave labor.
yeah.
They cheat. People are like, "Oh my god, the Nazis! They're so
Yeah, it's
efficient.
just
The autobahn, like that's
a big
crazy."
portion
And it's
is
like
zero
that was slaves.
cost. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it's crazy how like what you can do when you just ignore like human rights. You can get shit done. Like we would literally be past Mars at this point if like we all just kind of decided that like slavery was okay. Like it's not good. It's definitely not something anyone should be looking towards, but yeah, it's the catch-all for like we did some good, right?
Fuck. All right, it's been too long. We got to talk about season 6 of Rick and Morty and how it's maybe the greatest season to come out so far. That's where I'm at. I'm really liking it. I think it's a return to form.
I have not seen episode 4 because I
Okay,
just got back
totally fine.
from this weekend.
Because I was watching
Yeah.
Big Brother. As I'm sure you were too.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Andrew.
no, same page.
Can't miss it. You're like, it's the season
Yeah,
finale of Big
and
Brother.
that brother is really big, isn't he?
Yeah. You're like, oh my god, Taylor versus Monty. I mean, Taylor has the better story, but Monty has the comp wins. Like who are
Taylor
they gonna
versus
pick?
Monty, modern day David and Goliath. Huh?
I mean, kind of, though.
Yeah, so let's start with episode 2 because we never talked about it. Good.
What was episode 2?
Die Hard, Die Hard, Yippee-ki-yay,
All right,
Die
episode
Hard.
3. Oh, I thought that was 3.
No, that was
Yeah.
2. 3 was clone lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 3 was maybe slightly
okay.
below, but I did still have a lot of
it was
laughs.
fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good story.
It was further
Yeah.
development of Beth as being
Yes.
Beth. Like Beth is very true to
I-
character. Time
Yeah,
and
I'm going
time
to go off
again.
for a second on episode 3. Fantastic character writing. I think over the course of it, I'm really starting to realize how Dan Harmon is maybe resonating more and writing more of himself into Jerry, and that is really fun and interesting to see. And also a lot of digs at gamers, which I always appreciate.
We do hate gamers.
As a gamer, I get off on people making fun of me and my hobby.
Oh my god, these graphics are so realistic. Oh, this seems dumb. Shut up, Summer. You're not a gamer. Morty, tell your son you're gonna miss him when you're dead. Hell yeah, bro.
Hi, son. I'm gonna.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I had to go away.
I wish I could be back, but I'm not gonna make it.
It's very Dan Harmon internalizing everyone shitting on him like in Minecraft. Like the graphics aren't even realistic, bro. Like, just like,
That's not.
yeah, no, you know
Oh,
exactly
God.
where that comes from.
I absolutely loved the stinger, like the mid-credit stinger of Jerry going to the Jerry Berea just so he could find
Yeah.
another Jerry, and then he just like finds one and they give each other a little peck. They're like, all right, thanks. That was all I needed.
That-
Heading out.
Jerry does not love himself enough for that. That is 100%, and I love that.
It also implies that like a lot of Beths are doing the exact same thing. Like that there's a lot of Jerrys out there kind of just like experimenting with that because Beth is the exact way that she is in a lot of different universes. Yeah.
I dig it. Best season so far. You guys haven't seen episode 4 yet, but I don't think it's a spoiler to say that they're playing around with some Succession stuff. Succession or Severance? Sorry, some Severance stuff.
Oh.
And it's
Either way. I'm
yeah,
down for either.
I'm really digging this season. Taking away the portal gun, taking away that out of writing. Really great decision.
How did they get to the Jerry Berea if there's no portal gun?
I think in universe that is just a point of dimensional overlap. That is a fucking totem
Yeah.
in all
You can-
realities.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
go there in space.
Okay.
Yeah. You travel there. They travel there
Yes.
with their car, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Not the portal gun.
Okay, you're right.
So doesn't mean that Jerry flew Rick's car to middle of nowhere
I think
in space.
Lucas
to-
made this point a couple weeks ago of like everyone in the world is like, yeah, aliens are real, this shit's going on. Everyone in the family is like fully involved in this shit at this point.
big season 2
Like Summer
vibes.
gets paid
Dinner
in
table.
like mutagenic additives for doing household chores for Rick.
Wolverines.
Yeah, no, I love because it feels like a lot of times Beth ends up like defaulting to the moral backbone of the family. So yeah, anytime that they can, like, no,
You don't deserve that.
don't let that happen. Don't let that be in your head. Like Beth will bring everything back around. Like, don't forget Beth shooting Mr. Poopy Butthole.
immediately
and
going for the wine.
immediately pouring herself a glass of wine and shakily downing the whole thing. Yeah.
And not to totally
forget.
overlook episode 2, the exchange. I don't know if we can go through with this if you can't even say you love us. Tell us you love us.
Pause.
Well, he's waited so long at this point that I don't think it even matters.
It's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
No, when that episode opened with like a bunch of Morty voices of like every character, I was like, oh, we're in for some shit. Like this is gonna be a heavy week.
What are you talking about? You don't need a new religion. We're nice and Jewish. Come on.
Why are all of our Jewish words nonsense, Dad? It's because we were raised non-denominational Christian and we're 14 years old. No one wants to die, and that's a hell of a reason to kill yourself, but that's where we're at right now.
And then the Die Hard stuff happening as the B plot was also... I appreciated that because we as a society... Yeah, no, I mean, it even acknowledges it, how all action movies are kind of Die Hard on some level now, because there's no... I hate the expression putting a genie back into the bottle, because that's what genies do. Like, that's baked into the whole genie thing. But, yeah, we can't go back from Die Hard. Die Hard is a little bit of everything now.
Is that a saying?
You can't put that genie back in the bottle.
I've heard that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it's super common,
like
but
you
it's...
can't put the toothpaste back in
better.
the tube, or like...
Yeah.
I don't know, like...
Yes.
Things that are, actually impossible.
I've heard that in personal and professional settings. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, which is a nonsense expression.
There you go.
And I think we are just about out of nonsense on episode 199 of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, which will almost certainly be called I Don't Want to Be Your... Voice of Cards. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for highlight clips. ActBlue link in the description. Support us on Anchor or Patreon, where you can join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and sensual Richard Nixon. Follow us on Twitter for updates at V2_podcast, and follow me at Lucas DeRider on Twitter to keep up with all of my writing. Made it through Monday, everyone. Good luck making it through the rest of the week.